So in today's video, I want to show you all of my Natasha Denona palettes that I own, and I'm only going to talk about the mini ones, and these are the ones that I totally recommend to everyone. I think that they are perfect wearable colors. They're not too crazy. There are some pop of colors here for the ones that like to add a little bit of pop of color for the eyelid, but I'm gonna swatch them for you, and I have 7 of them, and every time I do find one that goes on sale, I will pick it up because I love her formula. So this is in no particular order. I'm just gonna go through them. I'm gonna start with the most nude ones, and then I will keep the more colorful ones towards the end. So let's start with the nude ones, and I'm gonna do some swatching for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette, which is this one right here, and here are the swatches. This is a perfect palette for beginners, for anyone who loves nudes, anyone who's in a rush and likes to create a quick, fun look. And the swatches are just so pretty. These are so soft and so blendable. You can't make a mistake. You can easily just go with this shade right here and a little bit of shimmer over the eyelid, and you can create a nice, very sophisticated, elegant look. I definitely recommend this mini nude palette to absolutely everyone. It is one of my most used palettes by her, and I do love all of the shades. The only thing I wanted to have, maybe instead of this one or maybe this one, I would have loved to see a brown in between this and this so that you can have a nice crease shade, but it's fine. You can always reach for another palette. This palette is a must in my opinion. Now, you don't need to purchase any of these palettes at all. I just want to give you my thoughts in case you're wondering of picking one up. So don't go ahead and buy all of these palettes. They're still pretty expensive. I think like $30 something for 5 shades, but the formula and the brand is worth it. I really love it. Now, here is the Natasha Denona Mini Star palette. Now, look at these pretty shades. Again, we have a couple of nude shades that are very wearable for anyone. We have this nice shimmery lighter shade that you can use for the inner corner, which is right here. Then we have a nice duochrome shade, which is so pretty. It has a nice brown with a shift of green and blue, and the nice green gold, which is a beautiful. I love that it has a mustardy green shade in it, and it's not that intense gold. I don't love gold on my eyes, but this is a perfect shade. So again, very nude, but with a couple pop of colors which are still more on the nude side. Definitely recommend this one as well. Of course, I'm going to recommend all of them because I have them and I love them, but I wanted to show you how beautiful they swatch. The formula is gorgeous. It blends nice. This is another favorite of mine. And here is the Natasha Denona Mini Sunset palette. Very similar to the nude palette. However, this has more of an intense gold right here, and it has this beautiful red. I don't love reds on my eyes, but this red, it's a reddish pink. It looks stunning. I love that it comes with a nice nude brown, and again with the very light shade right here. And this dark one right here, I think this is just a stunning palette, which is very similar to the mini nude palette. So if you do have the mini nude palette, you don't need to buy this. However, if you don't and you love a pop of color, then go with this one because you have this pop of color. If you love neutrals, then I suggest the mini nude one, but you don't need both in this case. I bought this because my mini nude one is getting really used. I don't want to run out of it, and I don't want to purchase the same palette. I want something similar but a little bit different, so that's why I got this one. Isn't this pretty? Gorgeous. Look at those shades. And here is the mini gold palette. I love green. Green is my favorite color, and these greens are so subtle and so wearable that anyone can use them. Do not be afraid of this palette. It has this intense gold. However, this green right here, it looks stunning. I love that it has a nice transition shade. You can use this black, which is more of has a little bit of shimmer in it, but so minimal and so small that you can't see it on the eye. And this, you can use it as an outer corner or as eyelining your eyes. And this one is just perfect for that crease shade. You can use this palette on your eye by using all the shades, or you can just combine with whatever you prefer. But again, the formula is wonderful. There's no patchiness. You can see that those mattes have swatched very nicely, and all I did is I did one swatch. I did not go over the color, and they are beautiful. So I definitely, if you like a little bit more color and like stray away from those nudes, this is another nude palette, but more on the green side instead of the warm brown. So I love this palette. I definitely would repurchase this one. Okay, so this is the Mini Lila palette. If you love purples, this is the palette for you. Again, it comes with the brown shade right here, which you can use as transition, with the beautiful champagne that you can use as an inner corner or all over the eyelid. And then you have the beautiful purples. So you have this nice wine shade right here with this stunning, glittery, very soft shimmer in it, not glitter, shimmer, and this beautiful lilac purple. I think that this palette is very well created and very well made. The colors look so beautiful to the eye, and it's not overwhelming. You can create a fun look with this one. Multiple looks you can create with this palette as well. And I do love that it has some neutrals for my neutral lovers and some color for my color lovers. So I think that this is a beautiful palette to go with. Okay, so this is the Mini Crush palette. This is stunning. This is more like if you love pinks. So you can see that it has a very subtle pink shade right here, which is a matte and a matte. This is perfect because it has this transition. It has this shade here that you can use into your crease, and this shade that you can use as your outer corner to darken it. Then of course you have the beautiful subtle pink, which is this nice shimmery pink right here, gorgeous. And then we have the nice shimmery red, which is very intense if you want to just apply it in the outer corner on top of this to give yourself more shine. I think that this palette is beautiful. This was, I think it came on Valentine's Day, and I'm not a big fan of pinks and reds, but for some reason this palette really attracted me, and I'm happy I have it, because again, you can have these shades that you can really enjoy on its own with this one if you're afraid of this one. But I think that the whole palette is put together very nicely and very thoughtful. I really love it. I'm happy I have it. Now here is a fun palette, the Mini Tropic palette. I love the color blue. Don't get me wrong. Blue is not my favorite color to put on my eyes. However, this palette, there's something about it. I think that the way this is made is you can use these two together, and use this as your transition shade. That's nice purple. Of course, you don't have to do it that way. You can just use one shimmer all over the eyelid and you're good to go. But I think that this palette is stunning. Don't be afraid of this blue, because look how it looks. It's not as intense as it looks in the pan, but it has a very nice shimmer to it. Like maybe it's more satin. There's no shimmers in it compared to this one, but this is stunning. These two are probably my favorite. This two and this one are just gorgeous. I love them. This palette is just so beautiful. It matches so nicely with my shirt. Maybe I should have done this eye look today, but I love this palette, and I definitely recommend this one for those ones who love color. I love how in this case she changed the actual packaging to be this nice lime and a very intense green. I love it, like neon green. I love this color, and it's just, I think it's a very nice colorful palette. So these were all of my mini palettes. I do have some that I got in my Boxycharm that are more nude, and they're this bigger ones. You see, compared to the mini ones, not a big fan of this ones. They're okay, they're regular formula, but these are my favorites, so I do recommend this ones. So yeah, you let me know what you guys think of these palettes, which one's your favorite. I would love to hear your thoughts down below, and I wish you all a great day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.